Okay, bro, it's so good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
It's been for a while since we had a last tour to Chiba area,
Yeah,
and last couple of days we've been traveling to Chiba as well as some down south of the Chiba's prefecture, where we went to few castles and onsen, and as well as to see some rural area. It was really nice.
yeah, it
And
was.
thank you for coming. That was really great
Yeah, sure.
experience.
Thank you for having me.
Even I didn't go. I haven't been there for the last couple of months, so it was really great.
Yeah, for me as well.
Yeah. So Mika, your name is Mika, right? Mika, tell me about how do you get into Japan? Why you come to Japan?
Yeah, sure. So basically, I was looking for a place where I could do my work,
Okay.
my remote work,
Mm-hmm.
and I could also travel, explore some new places. Mostly explore some really nice nature. And also the criteria was it must have been outside Europe. So South America and Asia,
Okay.
East Asia were my favorites. So yeah, my favorite place before leaving Serbia was New Zealand actually.
Okay.
So I was looking into New Zealand a lot,
Uh-huh.
but it was the furthest one from Serbia. Like
Okay.
literally, it's on the other end of the world. Like so,
Okay.
on the globe, Serbia is here and New Zealand is here. So yeah, so it was most expensive to
Okay.
travel there, and it's not cheap either. So yeah, then I found out about some opportunities in Japan
Mm-hmm.
and looked into Japanese nature and stuff I could do in Japan, and I got drawn in to Japan.
So when you had this idea to go to other part of the world, especially for New Zealand,
Yeah,
what motivated you?
so I never been outside of Europe.
Right,
So my number one criteria was let it be outside of Europe for
right,
once, to see other parts of the world, other cultures. I mean, I've met many people who are from outside of Europe, so I already met some cultures. So many Asian cultures, right? And I like the food. I like the things that they've shown me,
hmm.
and yeah, I wanted to see it for myself, to explore.
So just tell me about when you start traveling Europe,
So yeah, during my studies for my bachelor's in
bachelor's. So it
Germany,
means around 22 years old.
exactly something like that,
Okay,
21, 22, I started traveling around Europe.
okay.
I found an opportunity for a student job
Right.
in the Netherlands. It was a Dutch
Student?
a student job. So I found that because I already had a visa for Germany,
Hmm.
so I didn't need a new visa to work all around Europe.
Okay.
So it was a perfect way to explore Europe while making
Wow.
some money. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just going around Europe, checking out some restaurants and giving feedback for money, getting paid for the food and drinks that I have, and also getting paid on top of that.
Okay.
Also going to stores and shops, checking out marketing placement, and shelves, like how do they look, taking photos of it and sending it to the headquarters office. And then also I was working for some big brands like Coca-Cola and Haribo to offer new products of theirs to some stores.
You went to Germany to study, right?
Yeah,
That's where you found these opportunities to
exactly.
work while you study.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So during my studies, I needed to make money
Okay.
because I come from a poor country,
Right.
Serbia, right?
Yeah.
So at first I worked as a delivery guy, just
Right.
a regular pizza guy, right?
Okay.
I was going door to door delivering by my bike
Okay.
during the summer and actually during the winter as well in Düsseldorf. It was snowing, and I would ride my bike
Okay.
like it was nothing. I mean, I was young and it was easy. It wasn't that difficult.
Studying at Düsseldorf in around 8 months.
No, 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 I was studying in Kleve. Kleve is a small city at the
Okay.
border with the Netherlands. Like the part that region of Germany is actually called Nordrhein-Westfalen.
Okay.
So it's the north part of the River Rhine.
Right.
Yeah, and
Okay.
but it goes all the way through Germany
Right.
towards the Netherlands, and
Right.
it leads to the sea in the Netherlands, I guess. So it actually is the northest part of Rhine River,
Right.
which sits at the northwestern part of Germany.
So you were studying there and you were also working there.
Yeah,
How does it
yeah.
comes to your mind to travel?
So first of all, I was always eager to explore new places
Right.
in and around Serbia,
Okay.
but I didn't have that many opportunities for that. All of my opportunities were based on like what other people want to do during the summer and winter, where my friends want to go, and it's usually neighboring countries of Serbia, so it's not that far, right?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I liked it, and also I had some opportunities my earlier years in life, like during elementary school and high school, while I was singing in a choir.
Okay.
I was actually singing in a choir, a church choir, and a school choir. And we used to travel around the Balkans and
Around the Balkans.
yeah, and in Europe as well. We used to
Okay.
travel to Austria as well sometimes. Yeah.
Right. Which means Serbia, Poland, Czech,
No, 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 no.
Romania,
Balkans is just the south
just
part. Yeah,
south
yeah.
part. Okay.
But basically, yeah, we went to Austria as well.
Okay.
And some people went to Germany, but I didn't. I never been to Germany, and I just wanted to go there, so I found the study opportunity in Germany.
Okay.
And that was actually the start of my real travels and exploring.
Okay. So so you are studying there in Germany and you found a website, or how do you start traveling Europe and then the globe?
Yeah, so basically, you could call the last job I had the best job I had in Germany,
Okay.
a digital nomad job, because it was an app that I used. It was digital
Uh-huh.
work, all right. So I used to write to the head office,
Okay.
which was in Amsterdam,
Hmm.
and I used to take photos, which are also digital, and nomad part because I used to travel for work.
Wow.
So I was basically a digital nomad, but not in the real sense of the word that you would describe today. Like not doing online work for clients that I do today.
Okay.
But that was the start of it. I didn't know that I was a digital nomad, but I was like
Okay.
back in 2017, I guess. So
Okay.
like 6 years ago, mate.
Right. So when you uh, decide that, well, this is the time that I should go outside of Europe and just explore some other part of the world, when you decide?
Yeah. So you know how in life you have so many things that you want to do,
Okay.
but you don't have guts to do it because it's too much
Pressure and
everything.
bound,
Yeah,
cultural
exactly, bro.
bound and financial bound.
Exactly, and it's too risky and everything, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really make that step forward and say, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of my French, but it's like that.
Yeah.
So basically, I had that moment that pushed me to get going on this trip, and that was when I when I noticed that my clients, they're asking more for offline hardware work,
Hmm.
which is more demanding, more difficult, and I have to deal with people so much, which is the biggest hassle in my
Right.
work. I mean, I can do computers, but people it's difficult,
Yeah.
right? So
So you
yeah,
were working as IT support service, right?
yeah. In Serbia, I have my
Okay.
own company for IT support. It's
Okay.
basically an IT consultancy.
So you
So
were dealing with clients, which is very hard to do, right?
yeah,
That's okay.
that's the worst part of it. The
Okay.
work comes easy, but
Yeah.
dealing with clients and explaining them why something needs to be done
Mm.
and why it costs as much as it costs.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult part, right?
Right.
And the most rewarding part, the best part of my work is done online
Okay.
or basically on my computer from
Right.
anywhere in the world where I can when I have where I have internet connection, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what pushed me. I had enough of that kind of work to just say, okay, I'm gonna leave the hardware work behind, and I'm gonna just get going on my exploring trip, traveling all around the world, anywhere I wish to go.
Mm.
So basically, I open my laptop wherever I am, and I go
So at
online
that
and
time,
work.
you didn't have any idea to go other than Europe, right?
No, actually, I was planning to. That was the moment when
Uh,
I planned to go outside of Europe.
right. This was a poll. Okay.
Yeah, and that happened this year,
Bro, it's 2023.
23. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
during 2022. I go for a summer vacation, and actually summer holiday work,
Mm-hmm.
a seasonal work to Finland.
Okay.
And in Finland, I work as a waiter and kitchen help, and I worked there for 3 months.
Right.
And I find a client that needs my expertise,
Okay.
IT support, right? And that's when it hit me. Just get some more clients like this any way you can, right? And then you can be free.
So, and then you searched the countries that you want to travel, and then how do you come across Japan?
Yeah, so I checked out the prices of like groceries and common things at the stores,
Right.
and they were actually comparable. They are comparable to prices in Serbia, which is crazy to me, because the salaries here are threefold than in Serbia.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
That's a moment that you decide that you want to come to Japan.
yeah, I want to try Japan definitely. Yeah.
So I have another question. When you decide you travel to Japan, did you had enough money to afford this in the bank?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I saved up some money from my work, my seasonal work, and my work in Serbia. Without any additional money, I could survive for 3 months.
Right.
That's not much,
Okay.
but still, it's something.
So you've been traveling almost three months,
Yeah,
2 months, right?
2.5 months.
Okay. So what's your thoughts about traveling of cheaply? Do you think that it's a trend?
Yeah, yeah. Young people are finding so many different ways to travel cheaply, and it's really good that we have this opportunity.
Okay.
And yeah, basically, I found this volunteering
Opportunity.
platform. Yeah,
Okay.
it has many opportunities all around the world, and there were many in Japan as well. So basically, you don't need to, even though it's cheap, and you can if you want to, like I did for the last 2 weeks. You can find a volunteering place where you can exchange some of your time to help out with any kind of work. Like they have from kitchen help, waiting tables, or working at reception in a hostel, in a shukubo, in a um, hospitality place, all the way to farms, helping out at the farms, at the fields, at the uh, beekeeping farms, all sorts of different places. And there's also art projects. Those are the best because if you are an artistic
Yeah.
person in nature, then you can really thrive there, and you don't need to spend much time.
Right.
They don't ask for much time, but they give you a lot. They give you like all most of these opportunities give you free food.
Right.
Some of them don't. Some of them just give you free stay.
Right.
But even stay is expensive in
Exactly.
Japan compared to third world countries. And also, the best part is you get to meet new people,
Right.
exchange cultures, ideas, and use at the world and everything. So yeah, it's a really nice opportunity.
So do you think that traveling without doing some work, volunteering or something, will affect more than doing volunteering or something? For example, let's say you work in Frankfurt, okay? You are a bank manager or something, right? So you have 2 weeks vacation at the end of the year, so you might have 2 weeks vacation. So do you think still you can do this kind of things?
Volunteering.
Yeah?
So no,
No.
basically no. But yeah, my
So
my view
okay, all
is
right. So the short answer is no.
yeah,
So which means that the people who can you are working 9 to 5 cannot do this one, right?
yeah, and
I mean,
it's not
not
for them.
recommended, right?
It's not for them. It's
Okay,
basically not for them.
okay,
It's for people who are having a gap year in their studies,
right,
all the way up to people who are deciding on changing their careers,
right,
or taking a break, a
right.
sabbatical or something,
Okay,
and they have a year free or 3 months free to think about life and everything,
right,
but they want to explore new things,
right.
so they get their creative juices flowing, so they can think about what they want to do in life, right?
Okay,
So if you are in that kind of place, uh, then it's perfect for you, because you don't need to be that much motivated for things. You will be immersed in different cultures, different kinds of people, and you will be pushed into, collaborating, into talking to new people, to exchanging new ideas and views, and to give a sense of your culture to other people, and to see other people's cultures as well.
So what percentage that, for example, Serbia, let's talk about Belgrade or Serbia, right? So do you think at least 20% of the young, the travelers can go to this volunteering or explore new opportunities? At least 20%.
Yeah, of course. I feel like 20% of people are doing it already,
Okay.
but it's a choice. If more people knew about these opportunities, maybe they would make this choice, because it's a choice between have a self-funded trip to Greece, let's say,
Yeah.
or Albania, or Montenegro, or Spain for like 2 weeks, or take all that money and pay for the flight ticket and have some money to spare just in case, emergency money, and then travel for free, basically. Because if you find yourself in one of these volunteering places, you have a lot of things to see, and a lot of places to explore
Right.
just within reach, by foot or by bike or by organized rides that they have in many of these places. So it's a really cheap way to travel far, far away from home, far
Right.
away from Europe. So yeah, that's why I appreciate it, and I would recommend it to people who are every single year traveling to the same places, within like a couple of hours of flight of their home country. Basically, from 21 to 41.
Even 41, 21, 41. But even if the people are working for the corporate culture, they cannot do this one. So which means that before anybody getting to a new job, they should do this kind of
Yeah,
experience beforehand.
yeah. If they are having a gap year in their studies, or if they just graduated and
Right.
need some time to think about what they want to do,
Right.
or if they just been laid off and need some time to find a new work, find a new job, like for people who are at a crossroads of some sorts.
If someone call like traveling for cheap, is that offensive for them? Like for example, if I someone can say that, yeah, you travel in budget with low budget, right? So do you think that, do you take it as an offensive statement?
Because there are more important things in life than to show off how much you spend, right? I mean, it's just for big kids who still haven't, grown up or something. I just see it like that. Like in my hometown, there are kids who go out and they spend like so much money for a night just for the girls to see that they are spending, right?
Right.
And then they eat scraps during the week. So they're just dumb, right? They're just kid thing. So no, I think the real richness in your time is how you spend it, and how many new things you see, how many new
Exactly.
things you learn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
For
that's how I see it.
example, if you work in a company and you get a 2 weeks vacation, and you plan your trip within 2 weeks, and you go in Shinkansen to another place and you stay here and then come back. Sometimes you might not get real experience with the local people and the culture, maybe onsen, maybe ryokan,
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
how they cook their dinner, right?
It's different. You don't have the freedom.
Yeah.
You don't have the freedom. The best part is when it's unplanned, right?
Yeah.
You just know you're on a mission to explore and see new things
Yes.
without any stress.
Right.
And there's the freedom in it.
Right.
It's not planned.
Do you think that with a new technology, for example, ChatGPT or any other I mean upcoming technology would help volunteer tourism?
Yes, I think it would a lot in many different ways. First of all, it's gonna bring down uh, the entry level to digital nomadism,
Right.
because it's gonna allow more people to do.
Work online or
Yeah,
online, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Right. Do you think that still this experience, the volunteer tourism experience, would recommend for them at least maybe 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, I don't think you can do much in 2 or 3 days, honestly. When I was at my first volunteering place, I needed like a week to get fully
Okay.
up to speed, right?
Right.
But I mean, they throw you into the fire, as you can say, like first or second day,
Right.
but you can't enjoy it much the first or second day.
Right.
You get to enjoy it afterwards when you get accustomed to everything and when you get to know all the people.
Right.
Then you let your guard down and you have all the fun that you can have there.
Right.
So you need at least a couple of weeks, I would say.
Okay. That's your recommendation. At
Yeah,
least couple of weeks.
if you have at least a couple of weeks, yeah, sure, but 4 weeks would be the perfect time. So let's say tourism, for
Yeah.
example. People are coming to Japan from across the world,
Yeah.
from their own countries. So they are paying the big fee, like
Yeah.
$1,000 or something, to an agency in their own country, right? So most of that money goes to uh, their country and the country where the flights are being operated from.
Okay.
Like if it's Chinese air and it's Serbia, Serbia and China are gonna get the biggest cut. But the money that's being spent in Japan, Japan is gonna get either way by volunteering or traveling, or the old-fashioned traveling.
Right.
So Japan doesn't lose anything in its economy. It might even gain some.
So that is the first part of the the discussion.
All right.
I mean, I really curious. I'm really curious about the volunteer tourism because when I was in my university, I came across few people from Germany, and they told me about volunteerism. At that time, I didn't have any idea about volunteerism. All I knew was that some people can come to one country and they go one place to another place, and they get hire. They hire a local guy to travel. That's all I knew that. But finally, I found out this volunteering, and it was really nice story. But will take about later. That's why I asked about volunteering, and I'm really kind of interested about this volunteer tourism. So that's why I asked this question. So, and it's been really nice to talk to you for the first part. We'll come to the next part. Okay.